Hello, Jameson.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Great. What's new this week?
Okay, so I did record myself
Okay.
singing, and I uploaded a few times, and I also deleted a few times because I honestly just couldn't stand it.
Sure.
I I can send you the link. It just
Yeah.
sounds
Send it.
okay. Okay. All right. How have you been?
I've been good. Thank you. Yeah, taking this weekend has been a little bit more of a lay low weekend for me, which is nice. And it's like spring break for my kids right now. So, um,
Okay.
yeah, we've had a little, I was playing Barbies this morning with my daughter and Hot Wheels with my son. How stereotypical can it be? But that's what they want to do. They were doing it
Okay.
together too. Yeah, it's cute. It's really fun to be able to spend that time, you know.
Okay. I have the link right here, so I'm about to send it. Uh, do, 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 do.
And you got the link right to submit for the showcase too?
Yes.
Did you get that done?
I have not, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Uh, this week's been really busy.
I'll still let you submit for that if you want to. 'Cause it's supposed to be last night, but let me submit or send you that link again too.
Okay.
But you definitely should do it. It's meant for like works in progress, it's meant for coaching, right? So like don't feel like you have to be perfect in that. That's the whole thing about
Okay.
it. I'm gonna copy this link. That's in the chat here for us. You just posted it. No, you didn't. Here we go. Did you send me
Okay.
that in the text or in the?
Yes.
Okay,
I will send you it here.
all good. Whatever works best for you.
I think it uploaded as a short, but that's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Oh, cool. So you deleted this one, or is this still up?
Where did you learn what it means to
I did.
reciprocate?
And I just re-uploaded
How much love do
it.
you expect me to tolerate? So started to think about a plan
I
that
was like,
may
oh my
go
gosh. I
dead
need so much work,
one
but
day. And you just can't call a spade a spade. I watch the moon, let it run by
even now it makes me want to
you.
squirm.
I'm
That's all right. You
thinking
know what? Sometimes when
of
you hear
you.
this is the thing. First off, just being able to share it. First off, good job. Thank you for sharing this with me. Secondly, you posted it. Like that's huge. Like really huge. It's a good accomplishment, even if you feel like this is my best work, but I'm getting out there. I love that because there's this sense of like have at me, like I'm doing my thing. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that is the best attitude you can have in life, period. But especially when it comes to music, because it's music is for everybody. Music isn't just for you. It's not just for me. It's like our musicians or something. It's for everybody to consume, to be part of. And so there's a sense of, you're sharing this part of you, your soul, really. The other people get to now take in. And what was really cool is, even though this doesn't have a video with it, right? You just really are listening. I noticed there's some things happening already in this recording. You're thinking, okay, oh, that's really cringe. That's really sometimes it's totally valid to feel those things. Those are good signs for you to notice. Okay, first off, my voice could be stronger on these positions here. Those are the spots that I want to strengthen my voice. And so you can get specific about it once you now know that's the cringe part. Why is that cringe? So let's look at it. Secondly, if you're finding there's something that's making you cringe about it, let's analyze that. And sometimes it can be a real strength, actually. Sometimes that's the thing that makes your voice sound unique. So we have to be, strategic about it and make sure that it feels good to you. Also make sure that it does like fit the mood of the song and all of those things. Like as you take it in, does this make you feel good? Does it make you feel calm? Does it make you feel what? What does it make you feel?
Okay.
And then like what you're doing in those moments, can you control that? Can you make it either you're going to continue to do that regularly because that's something that's going to become part of your signature sound in a way, or are you going to do this in a way where you're avoiding it. You're going to do something else that's like going to strengthen your voice so that it doesn't have that occur. Whatever those
Yeah.
would be, those are the moments that we ought to listen to. So even playing it just for somebody and then sitting and witnessing and being like, "Oh, I feel this way. I feel this way right now. Here's the point that I feel that." Taking note of it. You don't even have to comment on it, right? Because this is something I'll do whenever I share a song that's unreleased with like my wife or with my kids or with a friend, and I'm playing it and then I'm like, oh, that's the part I want to say, like, oh, this isn't done yet. Oh, right here, I was gonna finish this. And then I have to bite my tongue. Nope, just take note that that's how I feel right there. That's revealing something to me. And if I just played it for myself in the room, I might have thought those things, but it wasn't like completely obvious. And once you put somebody in the room that you're exposing it for, now all of a sudden those feelings are very enhanced. And you're like, okay, that's the spot I need to change. Boom. Right?
Yeah.
So take notes. That's good. Let's keep playing it because I want you to take note of those moments and see if you can figure out what it is that is making you feel that way, when it's happening, and then also what is happening in those moments. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna back it up a little bit more, and then we'll go from here right here. Um,
On a plan that made the dead unbathed. You just can't call a spade a spade. I watch the moon, let it run my mood. Can't stop thinking of you. I watch you. So long, nice to know you. I'll be moving on. We started off in such a nice place. We were talking the same language. I am open and I'm closing. You can't stand a star, a real beating heart. You mean holding, having trouble, owning and admit that I am hoping. I watch the moon. Let it run. Can't stop thinking of
I actually forgot that was in that part.
you. I want you. So long, nice to know you. I'll be moving on. Moving on, you, yeah, always known the truth. I can't just say it to you. Yeah, I know the truth. I knew, yeah, always known the truth. But I can't just say it to you. Yeah, I've all the truth. I never thought we'd see it through. I never could rely on you. And the first your face came into view. Into view. Not into you. Into you. Where did you
okay.
learn what it means?
Any thoughts? Good job.
A lot.
Okay.
That was torturous.
Oh my,
But
I'm sorry to make you do it, but I say it's good. It's really good to do. All right, tell me about it. What are the
okay.
moments?
Okay, so first off, I think I have a lot of trouble with pitch accuracy. It's a
Right.
lot easier to sing along it with a song when I'm hearing it than it is to sing it entirely by myself. I feel like it feels like taking off the training wheels and
Uh-huh.
I'm not entirely like steady on the bike yet.
Ah, wow. Yep. Okay.
Um, I need to practice my vowels more. And I think I need to understand them more.
Okay.
Um,
What parts did you notice that?
uh, especially on the chorus.
Okay.
Um,
Watch the moon. That part?
yes.
Okay.
Um, Definitely could not transition to the head voice right there. I do think at times I'm a bit rushing it. I'm not taking my time with the vowels and like um I have certain points where I'm supposed to take a breath, but I think that those need to be adjusted so I can have a more smooth um vocalization. Um I think
So you want it to be smoother.
yeah.
Uh-huh. And what parts again?
Um uh, j- just between like breaths.
Okay.
I think the my enunciation could be better. Um I on some of the words I can truly understand, even though I was like trying to push for it to like to be clear and uh what's the word? I know the word for writing is legible, but like just being able to hear it
Sorry.
properly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and have the diction first
Yeah, clarity.
consonants. Yeah, clarity. Okay.
Uh, what else? What else? What else?
And it's okay if you don't have more. That's all right. You don't have to have more, but you may have
Okay.
more things that pop up here as we just get discussing. We don't need to nitpick this recording specifically, but I think what's interesting about it is it's insightful. It gives you the clarity of like, okay, these things are the problems right now for me still. You did your attempt at this. That's fine. I also am listening. When I listen, this is the part that I was listening for. What is working, right? Now that's what you were not probably listening for. You were noticing the cringe moments, but I was listening for what is really working right here. What is cool about your voice, that we can highlight more of and that you can actually lean into that you do already really well. So I want to make sure you're aware of those things and we highlight those things. One of those things is actually, I think you have a really great tone in your falsetto when it flipped. It was actually a really cool, pure tone in your falsetto. That's one awesome thing. Another thing, I think when you are in this low octave range that you're singing it in, which is the lower octave of this melody, by the way. So last time when we were doing it, we were doing up an octave.
Yeah, I forgot to bring it up.
That's all right. But when you're doing it down that low, I think number one, the energy's a little bit,
Yeah,
different. So when you hear it low like that, it's kind of got this hushed, sweet and almost lullaby type quality to it, like pillow talk vibes. So there's something really nice that's working actually that you're doing right now in that. It feels very like intimate. It feels very relatable and sensitive and vulnerable. These are all really great things. It's hard for some people to get to. Some people are really pushing, and that's just a total different approach for them. You're in this space of I'm going to sing it a little more like reserved, basically. That's your go-to. Another part about that that's really interesting is you have the vocal fry kind of creeps in at the end of your phrases, sometimes at the beginning of your phrases. It's a great stylizing texture that you're naturally doing really well. So it's like how that air is creeping in and, coming in and out. That's what vocal fry is. You're familiar with what vocal fry is?
yes.
That's this register, your lowest register, right? Down here. So when you're in that part of your range, first off, it's a lower chest range, so it's closer to 4i. But also, when you're in that hushed tone and you pull back the volume, it kind of creeps in a little bit, right? And it adds this cool texture. Those are great things and strengths that you already have going on. So yes, could you use more clarity on pitch? Absolutely. Would it be beneficial to have a track with you too? Yes, totally would, because then I'll help you give you more consistency and know how to tune on those intervals that you might be just a little bit flat on, things that kind of shift it. But I will say overall, you did stay in the same key, you know? So that's not something that I mean, it's no seriously like when you hear people who aren't as accurate at pitch, there's two things that can happen. One is they'll just get lost entirely because they're not in the same key by the end of this song, right? Like they could be in a totally different key. Or they could be like just having trouble with some of the run moments and coming back, or some of the big jumps, and still coming back to the same key, which actually is telling me that you are hearing a through line underneath. You're hearing a track going, or you're hearing where the dough is, right? So I want you to be conscious of that, that you do actually do that, right? You're doing that well, and that's a great skill. So really all this is about now is getting your muscles to activate where we would like them to, kind of like a strength training and agility here, so that you can have more explosive action in your notes that's quick and precise, right? So that's where I would go with this first off. So we're looking for agility. We're looking for having a little more clarity in quicker phrases and bigger jumps.
Okay.
And, it could be beneficial to try out singing a bit bigger, singing a bit longer, and using more air, using more of yourself, because your go-to is to be reserved with it. So how do we get comfortable giving a little more in the middle of a phrase on a moment that is the chorus, the bigger moment of the song?
Hmm. Do you take in more?
That's
Is
what
that
I'm
where you're
saying.
going?
Yeah, if you take in more, you're gonna have to let it go, right?
Yeah.
Part of it is using more air overall. Taking more air in, then you use more air out. Yes. The other part is, I don't know how you've
Yes.
been feeling. Where are you saying this? Where were you singing when you did this?
Uh, oh, I was just in my room.
So right, are you in your room right now? Same place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
same
you
place.
did, and is there anyone nearby? Are there, neighbors or family members or, friends or people that could hear you?
I have my roommate. I don't know if he can hear me. He says he can't, but I don't believe him.
Well, and if you do start singing louder, you're probably sure that he's going to hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you feel about that?
A little embarrassed. He said it's fine. He sings in his room too, so it's
All
not
right,
a big deal. But at the same
cool.
time, I don't want to be heard yet.
Yeah, and yet you shared this on YouTube.
Yeah,
So I think you do want to be heard to an extent, right? And I think you just have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, especially at first with this.
yeah,
So maybe going first off, he already gave you the okay, right? Like you
yeah,
already feel you're filtering yourself now at this point.
yeah,
So let's let go of that as much as possible so that you can feel, okay, I own this place. I own this room. I'm good. This is my space. I can make sound over there. I can make sound over there. I could stand in the corner. I could stand on the ceiling. I could, go under my bed. All of this is my space. I could be in the closet. I could be wherever by the door. So you can own this room that you're in. That's an important thing. Anytime you go into a space to sing, it's very vulnerable, it's very revealing. You wouldn't be just normally taking off all your clothes, right, in front of everybody. So,
yeah.
and this is what it's like when you sing. It's very vulnerable. It's like, hey, here I am. So you got to feel that you're comfortable. That's what's number one. So I want you to, he's giving you the okay. So now claim it, right? This is my space. I'm going to make sound here. This is what I do. And if it really is also really bothering you and stuff, there are options for you to treat the room more, and have even more absorption of the sound so it doesn't feel like you're going to be as loud. Those types of things might help you. But it's also, there's ways to do that that are very convenient, like put a blanket up on the wall.
Yeah.
Sing in a space that's already kind of insulated with carpet or with your, clothes in your closet. Like Billie Eilish just put a blanket over her head and bam, that's how we have the vocals on, Bad Guy. Like seriously. So we can do any arrangement of that for that will help you, but you need to be feeling confident with releasing air and singing. That's really important. It's great that you can sing it this reserved, but you also have to be able to give a little bit more.
Okay.
So let's start with that feeling right now. Can you also just look around, look where you are right now in your room, in your space, and just say to yourself, like, this is my space.
This is my space.
Yeah, feels uncomfortable, kind of weird to say, right? I want you to literally walk around, say like, I mean, you don't have to walk around if you want, but I think you should. You can set down your mic or whatever you need to do. Just walk around. I want you to do this, like, take 30 seconds, walk around there, say, this is my space. I want you to touch, this is my door, this is my bed, this is my lamp, this, whatever these things are, and claim them. All right, and you can
Okay.
say, and I can make space. I can make sound here. This is safe for me, right? That's what I want you to do. Walk around, say those words out loud.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
30 seconds to do it.
Okay. This is my door. This is my wall. This is my space.
Yeah.
This is my bed.
Yes.
This is my ceiling fan.
Yes. Yes.
This is my space.
Yes.
This is my window, which I let the light in.
Yes.
And this is my chair.
Yes.
This is my desk.
Yes.
This is my space.
This is your space, and this is safe for me.
And this is safe for me.
Yeah. And I can make sound here.
I can make sound here.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Right? And now say, ah,
Ah!
hey.
Hey!
Yes. Hey.
Hey!
Ah. This
Ah!
is my space.
This is my space.
This is my space.
This is my
And I
space.
claim this space to make my sound.
I claim this space to make my sound.
Yes, I am safe here.
I am safe here.
All right. So now, that's a great exercise, right? Do you feel different?
Yes.
It's really interesting. Why is it that having to say that out loud does it? But it really does. You're like, this is my room. It kind of just slows you down. You're like, yeah, hold up. This is my
Wait,
thing.
actually.
Yeah, actually, it's like it really helps. Anytime I'm performing somewhere, I actually do that. I know that's kind of weird. I'll say it quietly sometimes to myself, but or at least I'm thinking it. I'm walking around the room, I'm noticing things, I'm taking them in. Oh, that's my chair. That's my bathroom over there. That's the bar that I'm going to be at. Like, this is where my guests are sitting. This is my this and this. This is my microphone. This is my piano. This is my drummer. This is my, do you know what I mean? So then when I'm there, anything is game. I don't have to feel limited. I can go upside down on the ceiling if I want. It's my space. You want to live like that, right? And you won't want to feel constricted and when you're singing. All right. So next
Okay.
step. Let's go into this ooh that you were singing because I noticed that was one of the vowels. It feels like, where is this? Where is this? Yeah. Ooh is specifically a closed vowel. Like it's kind of like E. We've worked with E a little bit. And we want to make sure that you have this idea that with your vowels, they're all going to be in the same locked in. They're going to have ping and space, right? And they're all going to feel supported no matter where they are in your range. So I want you to feel comfortable with that vowel, knowing that you're coming in and out of it connected to other vowels. Did we talk about the vowel circle at all?
Uh, I don't believe so.
No. Okay, so the vowel circle is a concept that basically connects all of your vowels so you can feel the difference between them and relate them to one another. So you, and this is actually like it's a just basically what it is a path that your tongue goes on. It's like a worm that your tongue does when you're singing. So the vowels move from things like on the top half of your circle, it goes like this: a, e. And we don't usually sing e as much, but
E. A,
e, even if you go through it like that.
E, E.
Oh, almost, yeah. E. Let's do that.
A, E.
Yeah. Now that's if you connect them all. I. You'll feel.
Okay, I see.
You feel the word.
I,
Yes. Ah is back here a little more.
A,
I. And
I,
now I want you to pay attention. What are you feeling with your tongue when you're doing that? What's happening with your tongue in the middle of your tongue? Uh-huh. You missed but yes. One more time.
I, I.
Yeah. What are you feeling with your tongue?
It's definitely like moving.
It's moving.
It's like
Is it going up or down? In the middle of your tongue.
I think it's going down.
It's going up actually.
I'm going
But yeah,
up. Actually,
yep.
yeah, I'm not sure what it's doing.
It's a new feeling. It's new to pay attention to that. But your tongue is vital in how we make sounds. It's really, really crucial. Make this sound a little bit louder and on the note. Let's turn on this note. I.
I.
Uh-huh. Now I want you to only move the middle of your tongue. I'm gonna draw. This is the tongue right here. This is the back of your tongue, the middle of your tongue, and the tip of your tongue. Have we looked at this diagram before?
the diagram with
Diagram.
like the hard palate and the
Yes.
like the nasal cavity. And
Yes, exactly. So do you remember that? I'm
I
gonna
do.
I'm gonna show you this once more just to reference it, and then I'll come back out of that. What my binder window? But you're gonna look at this as the back of your tongue is down in your throat. So this is different than you might expect. Where in the world do I binder window? Thank you. Okay, so your tongue ends down here right above your vocal cords. And we don't
Okay.
think about your tongue being in your throat, right? Usually. But that's the part that helps you swallow. When you swallow food, it has to roll down that part, and that is where it guides it into the right place. So your tongue does that when it swallows, it goes, right? The back of your tongue comes up right there in the throat. So that's the back of your tongue when I'm talking about the back of your tongue. All right. And then the next part about this is when you are singing, that part of your tongue does something when you make sound. There's kind of three different sections of your tongue. Where's my thing? Yeah, there we go. I'll open that. The tip of your tongue, the middle of your tongue, and then the back of your tongue. So when you're in the middle of your tongue and the back of your tongue, these parts do something different. The root is another name for the back of the tongue. So right here, this is your epiglottis, this is your larynx. Your tongue ends right. Can you see where that is that I'm using my cursor? Right here.
Yes.
Oh, right here. Oh my gosh. Draw. Yeah, that's like the root of your tongue. This whole
Okay.
thing, that's your tongue. So if we break that part, this is the tip of your tongue. It's by function, really. It does certain things for you when you're singing. The tip of your tongue, what type of things does that do?
Tip of my tongue and helps me.
What sounds does that make for you?
Tip of my tongue. Consonants.
Uh-huh. Very good. T, l, d, n, right? Zh,
Zzz.
s. You need the tip of your tongue for that. And what do you do with it?
Um, I I guess it goes against the roof of my mouth. Like,
Yes. Yes. So you touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. I don't know why I'm doing that. But yeah, you touch right here or right here, right? Or you right here. There's different places you can position that. And then when you say zzz, zzz, your teeth are together, right? Or when you
yeah.
say s, 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 what's the difference? S, s, zzz,
I guess it's not touching anything on there. It is just like the air and the vibrations coming through the teeth.
zzz. You're right. There's a little bit of a gap there. It's just like actually this position right now that it's in. Zzz, that's kind of the position this mouth is in. And as you're saying that, why is it Z and S are different? What's changing? Zzz.
I guess it's because there's no hard.
So
I
does
don't know.
is
How
Z
do I?
different than S? First off, is there anything that changes with the tip of your tongue? Zzz, or the position there?
I do believe so. Let me see if I can describe it.
Zzz. There's a
Well,
difference, but what is the difference and where is it happening? Is it on the tip of the tongue
I believe it's with the teeth.
with the teeth?
Maybe.
So if your teeth are not connected or connected, is it changing it? Is that how you do it?
Actually, it doesn't seem to matter. Um,
Right, it's not the teeth. But if you had no teeth, you probably couldn't make that sound very well, right?
yeah, probably couldn't do
That's
that very
using
well.
the. It's part of that. So I'll give you the answer. The larynx is actually what changes right there. You
Oh,
turn on your voice or you don't. One of them is pitched and one of them is not,
okay.
right? That has pitch. How can you do that with S? Can you do it?
Okay, not really.
He doesn't have a voice turned on. That's why. The difference is that the voice is on versus not. The position is the same.
Okay.
That's very common. There are pitched consonants and unpitched consonants. So things like sh is the same as zh, right?
Okay.
Z, sh, zh.
Z.
How about t? Okay, what goes with that one?
T, um,
Keep the same
t,
position and turn on your voice.
t, t, t,
D, d,
t,
d,
it,
d.
d, t.
You hear it?
Uh,
D, d, d.
t, t, d.
What's that? What sound is that?
That's a T and D.
Yes. So those T and D go together, right? There's
Yes.
all sorts of these. There's a bunch of them. So your consonants are all happening up here in the front of your mouth. Lips, teeth, hard palate, tip of your tongue. Oh my goodness, I wish there was a better way to draw that. So you can see what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
That's there. Now that's the consonants. What do you think is happening in the middle of your tongue?
In the middle of my tongue.
If that's the consonants right there, the
I
middle of your
believe
tongue
that
right
should
here.
be the vowels.
Vowels are happening right there, exactly. So with your middle of your tongue, that the shape of it, if it's lifted or if it's down, right, or if it's half lifted, or if it's got a little curve in it, maybe like this, those different shapes are what make the vowel for the most part. We also could sometimes ooh is a little bit. There's ways to make these or like woo, woo, woo. Those sounds are kind of a consonant or a kind of a vowel. I mean, because it's just like pitch coming through. Ooh, right?
Okay.
So ooh uses the lips, but most of them don't. Oh, O does as well. O uses the lips. That's the only other one really. Unless you have like German or something like ooh, those ones. We don't generally use those. So most of the time in American English, we're just going I and ooh will be the one that close O and ooh for the lips.
Okay.
But your tongue in the middle here is doing the vowel
Tongues.
work otherwise, which means that you don't need this part of your tongue to do that. That is the wow. That is the back of your tongue, right? Oh my God. So the back of your tongue right here sometimes likes to get involved and does not need to do that work. This is where when we talked about space before. Space is the concept of having vertical distance, right? So you want to have this part of your tongue, which I'll think about that part right here. So this is the distance, even the position. We're looking for space right here for the air to roll through. When you pinch this part down right here, it makes it smaller. It's like, hi, how are you? Hi. Hey, hi, I'm
Hi.
tightening right here in my throat. Ah,
Okay.
So that's one sound you could have. Or you could have a sound that's like this. Hey, hey, how are you? Hi, hello, hi. Right?
Hi.
What am I doing? I'm lowering the back of
Rolling
my
your back.
tongue. I'm letting this area drop down. That's creating tone. All right, so your middle of your tongue does the vowels, your back of your tongue does the
Tone.
tone, which I call also space when it comes to, or that's how we control space, part of space. And then also the tip of your tongue and the lips, all this stuff in the front, consonants. Makes sense. Okay, so when you're thinking about these vowels right now, we were just doing the vowel circle and we were going ah, e. We were kind of, the tongue was like in this position for ah. And then this was all right. So then we went to, oh my gosh, this would be really nice if it was like a chalkboard that I could just. So that's aw. Now if we went all the way to E, E is going to look more like this. Do you feel that when you do it? E, E.
E.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the back of your tongue, this is your head is like this, right? Here's your nose and your mouth. All right? So E is
E.
lifting in the tongue right there in the middle. This part comes up.
E. Yeah.
Right? So you move from ah to e, you'll feel that part of the tongue moving up. I, and we're going to go through ah, I,
E.
and then
E.
e, right? I,
I.
yeah, do it a little higher pitch.
I.
I,
I.
you're doing it down here. Ah,
I.
can you do it an octave higher? Ah,
I.
yes. I. Just move the middle of your tongue. See if you
Just
can just move the middle.
I.
Yes, you actually went further than you needed, I think, for this E. It started to get almost too closed off. Did you notice that? E. It was kind of like E. There was a bit of friction there. So we don't want it to be too closed because you still want the air to come out. You still want to also have when you hear E is a very aggressive sound sometimes. So you probably aren't looking for that all the time. Me, right? It's a little like hey. All right. So you're probably looking for something like right here, right? So
Yeah.
I something a little taller. I would call that taller because you're relaxed right here. This back part of your tongue is down. You didn't lift that part.
Okay.
And then the soft palate is lifted as well. That creates the space that I'm talking about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so try again. I.
I.
Okay, you're almost there. When you get to E, I think you're going further than you need to. Go barely get to E. Maybe try to get
Barely
to
get to eat.
I. I.
I.
Yeah, and now say A.
A.
Yeah, yeah, that sounded like E right there. Didn't feel like he went too far, right?
Yeah.
A.
A. A.
Now this might be different than how you speak E. That's the other thing. E is
Okay.
different because we could do E like this, E, but it's very closed in the throat. E, we want E, right?
E.
So that it matches up with your other vowels.
Okay.
I, and this is why
I.
the
Okay.
vowel circle is really helpful because you can feel how that one connects to these other words or to the other vowels. I mean, it's going to help all your words connect more.
Okay.
Now, this is just the top half of the vowel circle, and I do want to just get to oo so that you can understand where that one is. But oo is basically on the lower half of the vowel circle, and I'll just say that this is so rough looking right now. I'm sorry about it, but
Oh, you're good.
oo is down underneath. So oo will be here, and then we go through which is I kind of write it like this, ou,
Oh, you.
uh, which it's like when with the word like would, could,
Ugh.
should. That's why I'm thinking of that. And then back here would be like
Uh.
and right here is where o lives. It's pretty much where ah is as well. It just has the lips um, in the front. Oh, it's not much of a change
Oh. Okay.
in the tongue position between those two things. But actually you can see this is kind of your bottom half of your vowel circle and the top half of your vowel circle like that. Yeah. So then these two are opposite sides of the vowel circle, but they're both closed. These are kind of mid, open. I guess maybe just this one. And then these are more open. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
you'll feel that difference in where the tongue position is. Now, the critical part of this is that you're not moving anything you don't need to. You're not moving the back of the tongue. Trying to
Okay.
just use the middle of your tongue. Cool? All right, so let's try this again and get to ooh. I.
I.
Uh-huh. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think your ooh kind of maybe disconnected from the space a little bit in the back. You had all this open position, right? It's kind of like you were yawning. The soft palate was up. When you got to E, it was good. It was still there. And then when you got from E to ooh, there was a little change that happened. Did you feel that?
I
It
don't think I
changed. It
did.
went like ooh instead of ooh. It was like
Okay.
ooh.
Okay.
So
Okay.
keep that space in the back if you can.
I.
Uh-huh. I don't know if you went all the way to E, but you did come down here to ooh, it was connected. So let's do it one more
Yeah. I
time.
know. I skipped E.
That's okay too. I know. And you That's fine. Be doing what you're doing. That's great. Do it again.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Pretty good. Does the tip of your tongue move at all? I
I
think it
think
might
a
be
little bit,
lifting up a little bit in the
a
front.
little bit, yeah.
So you might want to try keeping it pinned down like right here beneath your bottom teeth, right
Okay,
there. The tip of your tongue
pinned
is down
down.
there. That helps you get more space so your tongue can, this is such a mess, but so your tongue can be in this position right here, right? Just a little bit
Yes.
more released.
Uh, uh,
Right. So from E to oo, the major change is what?
from E to U, the major change is the middle of the tongue changing shape.
Okay, kind of. They're both closed. Ew. The little difference, the middle of your tongue drops actually kind of like a little taco for oo. So instead of E being like up here, E, this is your tongue, and oo is kind of like that.
Okay.
Ooh. You also curl the
Ooh,
lips, right?
ooh.
Ooh. If I don't curl my lips, it goes ooh, right?
Yes.
Ooh. Helps have that direction to it.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Did you feel like your back of your tongue stayed in position?
I think it was closer.
Yeah. It didn't move as much. How about the tip of the tongue?
Tip of the tongue. Um,
Was it
I,
down there below your teeth?
I was trying to put it down there.
Okay. Make sure. Let's do it again. One more time.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. Tell me about it.
Okay. I can feel my the tip of the tongue moving just a little bit, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Wanting to go somewhere. Sometimes what happens, there's a little quiver, you know?
yeah.
Um, so you might end up with like your tongue is kind of growing the muscle, in a way like it's like it like does some weird things sometimes. That's totally okay, but it means that you're conditioning. It's just like when you're doing a workout and you're like in a new position, your body's like ah. That's
Yeah.
okay. It'll go away eventually. Just keep making sure you're doing this with the right part of your body. The other thing that could help is if you put your hands right here on your jaw and make sure your jaw is really released in the back right here between these muscles, like almost like if you put your fingers between your back molars, you can feel where those two things are on the top and bottom. It's like you want the distance between of a fingertip and between your teeth. Can you feel where that is? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now it's like there's a laser beam between your fingers, and your tongue needs to stay down right there as much as possible, but not get sliced off. It's gonna come up, of course, but try to keep the back of your tongue thinking about that like it's down, down, down right
Down,
there,
down,
right?
down. Oh.
Right. So now when you're doing the ooh part, it was the lips are coming in like this, not the jaw coming down and closing it, right? And same thing with E. Right?
Yeah.
That's going to help you be in a better position overall. Like it's going to feel more connected to the other vowels. And you won't have to be jumping over here and then jumping back to that spot to get that vowel.
Okay.
Um, and the next part about this, I think you're giving it a lot of lift with your soft palate, but maybe you're doing too much, actually,
Oh.
because we want that air to come out. So we want to say, hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Do you feel how much just came out when you did that? Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
You.
You.
Right? You.
You.
Yeah. Your ooh was perfect right there with that position already worked. Right. So try to find that ooh. I.
I.
Almost. It's closer, but
Almost.
it's kind of like ooh back here. Ooh. Come
Ooh.
forward.
Ooh.
You.
You.
When you say you, right, you're going from E to ooh. You.
You. You.
Yeah.
You.
Make sure your soft palate doesn't go like whoo, too much. You stay in the same position.
You.
Yeah. So we still want some air to come up around here. Oh, you don't
Okay.
see the drawing anymore. Behind into the nose a little bit. You. We want to keep
Okay.
that position open a little bit
I.
and say me.
Me.
That's great. Me. It's hitting your nose, in the nasal cavity in the back. You're getting some nasal resonance behind it. Me. When you released it, lips open, jaw relaxed. Me. Tongue was only
Me.
lifted in the middle. Me.
Me.
Yeah. Keep the air flowing through it. Me.
Me.
It's getting better. Me.
Me.
Excellent. That's the feeling. So even though you're singing, try not to let it be like it has to be something completely different than your normal voice because your voice has such a nice resonance to it, actually, your speaking voice. Hello, hi, how are you? A lot of people have trouble finding that resonance. You've got it built in. Me. You just got to make sure you translate that to your singing.
Okay.
So, me and you.
Me and you.
Yeah. Now, when you say me, you.
Me, you.
Okay. And now say something like, um, let's say new. And imagine you go through E to get to there. New.
New.
Okay, that was connected. Very well. New.
New.
Okay, now say mew.
Mew.
Good. That has resonance now in your ooh that it didn't have before. Now let's go to ooh just right away. So moo.
Moo.
Go moo.
Moo.
Better. Now moo. Hold through.
Moo.
Uh-huh. Okay, I kind of went to for a second underneath there. That was your tongue actually shifted in the middle. It was like ooh, right? Moo.
Moo.
Yeah, keep the air going through there. I think you were pinching a little bit down here. What happens when maybe when you're suspending your note, this is something that is just part of your voice, maybe cool, right? Might be something we want to utilize. You do this little like constriction here down in the throat, and it makes it a little bit like a goat vibrato, right? Which we did we talk about vibrato?
I don't think we have talked about it yet.
So I call it goat vibrato, but it's not. It's a stutter. It's really like a tremolo of the voice. Charlie Puth does that all the time. I've heard it in. I think Doja Cat does it. Like, who else did it recently? I was hearing on the. Who was it? Um, Somebody did it. And I was like, oh wow, that's really interesting. Oh, Post Malone. Post Malone does it all. This was like is it's a big sound. So when you're singing and you go that feeling underneath it, it's tremolo. It's not vibrato, but it's similar. Tremolo is when you have a pitch that's the same note, right? Whatever that, and it's kind of hitting like that, right?
Ah.
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 Yeah. So the note doesn't change at all. When you have normal vibrato, natural vibrato, I should call it. Natural vibrato is when the body just does this, push and pull thing between the two different muscles that are holding your voice in place for that position. And it goes, ah, there's a little da 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 up and down of the note, right? Ah, a little bit like that.
Ah.
That's still the tremolo, actually, what you end up at the
Tremolo.
end.
Okay.
It's hard for actually, it's hard for me to do
Ah.
that. Yeah. So that tremolo sound is very cool. It's actually very unique that you do that. And also, you may want to know where this other one is too, not just be tricked into feeling that you have to do that one. So, good thing to
Okay.
notice. But yeah, your throat right there, what you're doing is you're using the epiglottis to go a little bit and stutter the air, which means you're pulling back on the air a little bit as you sing through the vowel. So you need to give a little bit more sometimes through those phrases. I can't do it that well, actually. Ah,
Ah,
yeah, yeah. If you're gonna do it, otherwise you go and let it stay open.
okay. Ah, okay.
See if you can feel this part in the throat staying released this time, and try to not have. You can be straight tone. That's okay. Straight tone is the opposite of vibrato, right? Where you're going and there's no change in the pitch as much as possible. It's kind of impossible, but versus right? Straight tone to the natural vibrato. Choices, right? But you want to go right now, no tremolo. Let's try it, no tremolo. So don't constrict in the throat. Just notice this part staying released. Go ahead.
Ah, ah.
It's a new
Wait.
thing. Just stay relaxed down here.
Ah,
Try putting your hands, actually put them like this. Oh,
ah.
it's getting better. You want the airflow, this path for the air, your windpipe, and all the way out needs to stay neutral and open as much as possible. Oh,
Ah,
getting better.
ah.
Yes, yes. Do you feel now at the end was where it wanted to come in?
Yes.
So that's probably something that happens when you are slowing down the airspeed and you're trying to end the phrase, which is a natural thing to have happen. But it's noticing that is coming in. Is a constricting actually in your throat. Try to keep it open all the way
Trying to
through
keep it
there.
open. Okay. Ah, ah.
Yeah, there you go. So now when you're singing in this phrase, let's move it into the song. So I want to hear that moon specifically. Okay. Let's see. What are the.
I
Hmm.
watched the
Yeah.
moon.
I watch the moon.
All right. So I straight tone, no vibrato. I
I
watch.
I watch.
So keep it open. Watch.
Watch.
Yes.
I watch.
And is it the moon or is it the I watch the moon? You
Hold on.
don't have to
Let me
even
pull up the.
you don't have to do it the exact way the original was. You can make a choice here for what
Okay.
you want to do, but make sure it's a choice that you're conscious of.
Okay.
I
I
watch
watch
the
the
moon
moon.
or I watch the moon.
I watch the moon.
Okay, watch the moon. There you go. So you stay on the same note for watch.
Yes.
Okay, so I watch the moon.
Moon.
Cool. So when you get to ooh, the moon, keep that open.
I watch the moon.
Better. Did you feel it was more consistent all the way through? The
Yes.
moon. I want to imagine now that you're going through that note to the end and go through by the end. It's the most air that you have.
I watch the moon.
Yes. So that time it didn't quiver, right? We talked about that with your pitch before. It didn't have that happen. Why?
Um, just focusing on having that fullness of air coming through and not closing my throat.
Yes. The air stayed consistent. So of course, if it's got the same through there and you're not changing anything in the throat, it's gonna be consistent, right? So you want to find where, if you're having that quivering, why is it that it's quivering? Oh, I'm changing something in my throat. I'm doing the tremolo with my epiglottis, and or I'm closing my jaw, or I'm shifting the vowel. I'm using my lips. So whatever we do there, we need to be consistent on it so that you feel the consistency of the tone and the note. And it's not always going to be that simple, but sometimes in this case right here, that was just keep the air moving through and don't change anything,
Okay.
right? So you're going to be clear about what you're going. So you're like, I watch the moon and go right through.
Okay. I watch the moon. What?
Better, better for sure.
Mm.
What did you notice on moon?
Uh, it's just a bit of quiver.
When did that
Just,
happen?
I think towards the middle to end.
Yes, at the end, I thought I heard it most. And that actually was vibrato for a second at the end too. Vibrato will happen like on its own if things are locked in and lined up. So like when you're not holding it in position of straight tones. Straight tone is actually calculated tension slightly because your body naturally wants to move in a flow state, right? If you're going to do something for an extended period of time, like standing, for instance, you're going to shift your weight between your left and your right feet. Your body starts to do that. That's the way that things work. So our the toggling happens between these two muscles, and they just go moon. There's that little quiver, and that's natural. But you might not be ready for it, like psychologically. Even you're thinking, "Oh, I want to sing that one note," and here it goes. Oh no, I'm going to be singing out of tune. So part of it's trusting it, being aware that that's going to happen is the other part of it. And then the other thing that you can do is keep your air going, 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 regardless, and just kind of let the note go where it's going to go. Um, just send the air, make the air the priority.
Okay.
That was better though. It's already better. And I watch the moon. If you have clarity like that on the notes that you're gonna sing, when they happen, but also like I'm going down right here, and then the same note, boom, jump, you'll know precisely what you're doing. That's kind of as simple as that.
Okay. 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 Oh, do you want me to try it one more time?
I do.
Okay. I watch the moon,
Uh-huh. Sing moon by itself.
moon,
Can you do moon more with your lips?
moon.
Yeah. So I think you're trying to find the vowel too, and you're closing your jaw a lot for moon. Watch you hear the moon. We can go to
The,
their moon.
the
Versus,
moon.
yeah, watch the moon. Watch the
Watch the moon.
moon.
Watch the moon.
It'll help you have the same position. Remember when we connected between in the vowel circle, we're on watch. Now we're gonna go
The
the.
moon.
Wow.
The moon.
Yeah, the moon.
The moon.
That's great. Now you have the same position before that you had when wash in the back with your soft palate lifted. Now you get the same space and resonance out of that. Otherwise, you're fighting for that vowel shape to have enough space for the air to go out. That's the other part of it. So you relax your jaw, use your lips to do that ooh a little more, and then your
Okay.
tongue stays in the right position.
Okay.
I watch the moon.
I watch the moon.
Love it. Love it. So nice. What's the next phrase?
Let it run my mood.
Let it run my mood. Can't stop thinking of you.
Uh-huh. Let it run my
My
mood. Go ahead.
let it let it run my mood.
Okay, your ooh. Go back. Ooh, mood.
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 Let it let it run my mood.
Better. Yeah. Mood. Could you go further with it?
Let it run my mood.
I dare you to go too far. How open could you make ooh?
Let it run my mood. Mood. Hold on.
Mood.
Mood.
Yeah, make it weird.
Mood.
Uh-huh.
Mood.
Yeah, moo.
Mood.
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 Yeah, that's really not
Mo-
that far from it. Run my mood.
Run my mood.
Yeah, there you go. Let it run my mood.
Let it run my mood.
Got closed a little more in the throat that time. Moo, moo. Keep your back of your tongue down.
Mood.
hmm
Let it run my mood.
Much better. When you create all that space for it, now you got to send more air.
Let it run my mood. Mood.
Mood.
Mood.
Just
Ah,
do one that's really sighing. Mood.
mood.
Yeah, that matched the whole way through. You led with the air. Mood, right? My mood. Try it.
My mood.
Do you feel that? That's the exact way that it needs to go. That was perfect. You allowed the air to drive it. You allowed yourself to be open as you went through the phrase. It can match like that. And there's this movement that happens through that was really nice too. You
Okay.
relaxed your jaw too. Do it again.
Let it run my mood.
Almost. You didn't quite lead with the air that time. Moo. We got to there first, and then you were trying to find it. Run my moo. Go from there.
Run my mood.
Better. Now fill the air as you go through the phrase, though.
Let it run my mood.
Yes, much better. Moo.
Mood.
Do you feel that? Ah, inside of that,
Ah.
right? There's an extra air coming in. That's
Ah.
good. Run my
Let it run
moo.
my mood.
Yes. Do you feel how much air you're giving now? It's a lot more air. You need that much. It's good.
Okay.
You're giving us more than we need. That's actually excellent. We need that type of you're kind of like painting this picture for us. Sometimes the paint goes off the canvas and we needed that. Like if you keep it all perfectly safe on there and you're trying to splatter paint and you don't hit anything on the ground, I mean it's not going to be a very good splatter paint because you can't really get the edges. You got to get the full experience. So we got to go off the painting, off the canvas. Run my mood.
Run my mood.
You can still slide a little more through that too. Let the air move with the pitch. Move.
Mood.
Love it. Next phrase. Can't
Can't
stop.
stop thinking of you.
Much better still. Of you. Go through of a little more.
Of you.
Good. You notice that's bigger.
Of you. Okay.
Nice. Can't stop thinking
Thinking
of
of
you.
you.
Love it. Nice. So now you can have the pull of that air driving the phrase. Yes, exactly. And it feels like it's naturally doing what it needs to do because there's enough room for that to happen. You got to woo, woo, a little bit of
Ooh.
that movement. That's
Okay.
the way for that phrase to work. And you allow the air to drive it. So you're not constricting it in here because, maybe you were like, oh, I don't want too much air. No, this needs to be full force. And then you don't need to feel that constriction at all, even in there.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I think you need to do. First off, because you're going to perform on Saturday, so you got to
Yes.
make sure this is ready to go. I want you to practice this with the track. Can you play a
Okay.
track with you doing it?
Yes.
Is there a track? There is a track. We looked this up before, right? Is it instrumental
Um,
of the
I don't have
acoustic?
an instrumental track with it. I do have that cover,
Okay, so there's the cover. Here's what I'll
but
do.
yeah.
I can take the vocal off of that cover and then give you just the audio from
Okay.
there. And then I'll send that to you so you could sing with that. And basically,
Okay.
what you're going to do is share. We'll do a sound check before it too, so you can feel comfortable with that. But you're going to share your audio, and then you're going to sing along with that audio, how you already are doing with your mic and all that stuff. So
Okay.
then you're locking in on your end, but we're also going to hear the track really full and nice. And you
Okay.
only need to sing, the verse, the chorus really even. Like if you want to go into the second verse, you could. How long was this total? Two
I
minutes and
think it's like
47.
two
So
minutes,
so if you were to
20
sing up
minutes.
to that 2 minute mark, where's that? Always know. I'm moving on now.
Yeah, I always known the truth. I can't just say it to you. Yeah.
Is there any way to end it right there,
Yeah,
roughly
we can
there?
end it like there.
So that will feel conclusive at least. You've gone through enough of the story of the song, and I want you to just feel essentially, hey, my air is moving through. I'm driving with the air. That should be your priority as you practice with it, okay? I'm gonna make the track for you based on the acoustic tech it that you sent me before.
Okay.
And okay.
I
And
can
then
send
I
that.
will send it to you. I'll email it to you, okay?
Okay.
Right after this, right now. So I'm gonna get that going for you, and then I'll send it to you, so you have something
Wow.
to sing against.
Music production.
Hey, I do what I can. Just make sure that you got something to sing with. That's important.
I appreciate it.
Um,
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's pretty amazing that you can do this now with technology too. It's a lot of it, but yeah. All right. Um, so I will see you Saturday. I'll send you
Yes.
a link about it so you know what to do.
Okay.
Um,
And I'll fill out that form right now.
Yeah, perfect. Do that, and it asks you for like a photo. If you have something, even just it doesn't need to be a professional photo, whatever. But I'll create something so you can share that you're doing this too, and then you can share it, invite some friends. I know it doesn't,
Okay.
it feels a little daunting, but I'm telling you, this is how you improve. Put yourself in front of other people. Say, hey, this is important to me. I'm doing this, and this is where I'm starting at as well. This
Okay.
is my starting point, and now watch how I improve even from here. And I go and go and go. Right? You got to
Okay.
start getting the fan club going already at this point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll send you all that information. It's going to be in an email from me, and then I'll also send you this track in a couple seconds in an email too. Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks,
All
Michael. Good
right.
job.
Thank you, Jameson.
You're welcome. All right. See you
All
next
right.
weekend.
See you next week.
Bye.